You pull anything out, we're gonna shoot you. What the F are you doing back here? I was like, you followed me here. What do you mean, what am I doing here? So despite having the guns pulled on me by cops twice, I've never actually been charged with anything that required a gun being pulled on me. So the very first one was interesting. I was like 16 or 17 years old and I was on Long Island. I was driving a Lincoln SUV at the time that was pretty new. So I genuinely was doing absolutely nothing wrong. I was driving the speed limit when I noticed kind of like crappy Chevy Uplander that was in my blind spot just pacing me. And I'm like accelerating to see if it accelerates with me, and it does. And then eventually I'm braking down to like 5 miles an hour in a 50-mile-an-hour road. And this thing is still in my blind spot. And I see, and it looks like two older Spanish dudes inside. I couldn't see anything. So I don't know what they want from me now. And I'm driving around for, trying to lose them. And they keep hopping out of, hopping into turn lanes, then hopping out of them and getting just right back behind me. I was scared. I called 911 and I was like, I'm being followed by two guys in a minivan. She's like, oh, well, just don't stop, just drive, keep updating me with your location. Don't confront them. Don't do anything. And so we're driving in like this industrial area with all these office buildings and whatnot. And I accidentally make a turn down a dead end and it brings me to the bottom of a parking garage and I have to make a U-turn. And so I became perpendicular with their car without putting their car in park. They hopped out, guns drawn, plain clothes, screaming, move another inch and we'll shoot you. I thought I'm getting carjacked. I'm on the phone like freaking out with dispatch right now. The guy reaches in and pulls me out of the window of the car without my car being in park, and his buddy was already in the passenger side ripping my glove box open, throws it in park. They shove me on the tire, like still with a gun to my head. Like, you pull anything out, we're gonna shoot you. What the F are you doing back here? I was like, you followed me here. What do you mean, what am I doing here? I'm shook. I'm like actually physically shaking. And he takes my phone, he hangs up on dispatch. I don't even know that they're real cops at this point. These two middle-aged dudes just hopped out of a minivan from '05 with guns pointed at me in the middle of nowhere. Another cop, I guess they had raided it in, another cop rolls by and he's like, you guys all right? And I was like, no, like, are these people real cops? And he's like, yeah, we're fine. We're just, don't worry about it. They were narcotics officers, which... yeah, they don't, in Long Island, they drive anything and they don't really have to announce themselves, I guess, before they put your jaw on your tire. I took off of school the next day because I was absolutely terrified. Like, I was really pissed off. I honestly should have sued the police department for that, but I just didn't because I was scared of retaliation. Once everything kind of calmed down, I asked the guy, I was like, what is the actual reason for this? And he's like, well, because if you're going to come follow us into a parking lot at night by yourself, you must have a gun. I was like, follow? You were behind me and I was on the phone with 911. What do you mean I followed you in here? He's like, we figure, there's no rational reason for you to be pulling in here. I was like, because I was trying to get away from you pacing me for absolutely no reason. Finally, he's like, listen, you got to understand where we're coming from. Like, literally told me you are a single white kid in a nice car heading towards the ghetto. He's like, there's no crime to be committed if you just tell me you were going to buy weed. And I was like, I wasn't. Like, I didn't have anything on me. I wasn't going to do anything illegal. He's like, it's not a crime, which it actually is. It's like conspiracy to whatever the hell. And so he's trying to get me to like admit to something. And I'm just sitting there like actually shaking in my boots. Like, he just pulled a gun on me for driving my car, being a single white kid in a Lincoln. The next time was even worse. I was on a rally and it wasn't even like an official rally. It was just a couple of us had met up for breakfast in New Jersey. We were driving I-80. Now, it was me, a brown 911 Turbo, an orange Huracan, and something else, red Ferrari or something. And I was in my goldish colored Bentley. They were doing, the thing where you race on a highway and you slow down to 30 and you accelerate. Now, my car is slow as hell. It's also old. I was not partaking in this racing. I was just in the back. As the Porsche and the Lambo are racing, I see the woman in the car next to me. Like, I watch her mouth read my license plate into the phone, and I just lost it. I put my window down. I was like, I'm not even racing. Like, what the hell are you doing? Like, kind of cursing her out a little bit. So that wasn't smart. So she tells the police that I was like the troublemaker here, right? Whatever. New Jersey, with its stellar laws, you can't pump your own gas. I pull into a gas station because I desperately needed gas as I'm trying to get out of New Jersey. My friend goes inside the store. I'm sitting there. The gas is pumping. 3 cops roll in, New Jersey state troopers. And I look at him and I'm like, oh, this is totally for me. So like I wave and this guy's like acting completely normal. Like, he just calmly puts his car in park, gets out. As soon as he's out of his car, he rips his gun out and starts screaming at me. He's like, get your hands up, turn the car off, get on the ground. I'm like, buddy, the car is off, my hands are up. Like, what are you doing? Why do you have a gun to me right now? The other officers who were there were actually trying to calm him down, and he gets me out and he's like, find your driver's license, get on your knees on the passenger floor. And I'm literally kneeling on my passenger floor, and everyone else in the gas station is like, what the hell just happened? It looked like I robbed the bank or something. So I asked the guy, I was like, why do you have a gun on me, and why am I under arrest? And he's like, well, you're not under arrest, but I'm gonna take you back to the station and you're gonna hear how much I'm gonna legally F you as hard as I humanly can. We're gonna talk about this at the station. I was like, what did I do? He's like, you're detained for endangering the lives of the general public during the pandemic. That's exactly what he said. And like, you would have thought I was like a war criminal or something for this. The other cops are telling him to calm down, and he hits me with every single ticket he possibly could. Reckless driving, like every criminal. I wasn't even doing it. This guy didn't witness anything except me parked at a gas pump. I did nothing wrong there that day, and he hit me with like 4 or 5 different criminal tickets. In like the states where, you know, they like criminals up there, you can just like keep postponing a court date by not answering, at least for traffic tickets. And I heard it was the same for New Jersey for criminal tickets there. Like, you can't do that in New York. I later learned that that's not the case, but that's kind of what I was going under, was that I'd be okay if they just keep rescheduling this until it like hit the statute of limitations of like 3 years. So that's kind of what I was hoping for. Ultimately, nothing ended up coming out of it. But I mean, this guy was like, I'm going to pull every video camera we have on I-80 and every traffic camera so that your ass goes to jail for as long as I can let. Like, he was so unbelievably mad at me, and I didn't even do anything. So finally, when everything calmed down, I asked the guy, I was like, what is the actual reason that you had a gun to my head about this? And he's like, oh, we got reports of the orange car and a red car racing. I was like, oh, so you pulled the kid in the beige car out at gunpoint? Because an orange car and a red car were racing. That makes total sense. Another lesson I learned pretty quick was not to drive pedestrian vehicles. It's actually like dangerous to your health to drive a Toyota Highlander, as I learned. Because I am driving down this one parkway that we have in Long Island, and it's a straight road, no entrances, no exits. I see this cop pulled over with a cargo van, and I do the, get over a lane. I'm going 36 into 35. I made sure of it. And yes, the highway speed limit goes down to 35 there just as a speed trap. So I'm making sure I'm following the speed limit and everything. And I pass this cop with this van, and I am probably a quarter mile ahead of him when I see him open his door calmly to go walk to the van and give him his ticket. Thought nothing of it. About 6 or 7 minutes later, significant enough for me to even question if that was related, this state trooper flies up my ass in a Dodge Charger. He comes up to the window. He's like, "Why did you run?" I was like, what are you talking about? I'm pulled over on the side of the road. He's like, why did you run from me? I pointed at you to pull over. You passed me doing at least 70. I was like, I genuinely did not. What are you talking about? He's like, I pointed at you to pull over. I was like, buddy, I was a half mile ahead of you. Like, how long is your arm? You pointed at me to pull over. I was past you. And he's like, that's because you were going so fast. I was like, well, what is it? Did you point at me, or was I going too fast for you to point at me? He's like, I know what I saw. I saw this white Toyota Highlander go 70 miles an hour past me, and I know it was you, and just in arguing. So gave me a ticket. He's like, I cut you a break, and I only wrote you for 9 over. I wasn't even doing 9 over. So now I'm pissed. I'm like, I really just got pulled over for driving. There were 5 other white Toyota Highlanders on the road like any other day. I go to court to fight it, and I get there. The first thing this guy says, which made my blood boil, is he goes, oh, I see the cop already gave you a break. He wrote you for 9 over. And I'm like, it took everything in me to just smile and take that jaywalking ticket because nobody would listen to me about the truth. I ended up having to pay like $175 for the crime of driving a Toyota Highlander.
I'm at the Lars Anderson Auto Museum, home of America's oldest car collection, and they are holding a sweepstakes where one of you is going to win this Porsche 992. You can enter at the link in the description below, and you will have an amazing car, but much more importantly, you'll be helping keep America's car culture alive. The Lars Anderson Auto Museum is the hub of New England car culture, and that is why every week here on the grounds, there's something amazing happening. So if you're in the Boston area, come say hey, and either way, enter to win this thing because it's awesome.